12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary! No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
There's one of those vermin.
No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Tricky bastards. Kill the thing! Over there! Fuck!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry. No, please, stop! Who are you?
There's one of them.
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name?
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his path.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
The sun is high. I cannot leave now.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who tames blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
I cannot enter.
Clever fucking beast.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin!
The strength I never knew I had.
Oh, this one stinks already. See them back close? It's over the top! Filthy piece of shit!
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Kill it or you just share.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. my poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. I can't believe I'm doing this. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. It's locked, all right. It's locked. What will London have to say to me? It's locked, all right. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood. But I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Something dire must have come about. I cannot enter. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. There is no one in sight. It's locked. No one's there. There's no one in. At last, a little life. I cannot enter. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself!
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And... who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here, too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. Would you be so kind as to leave the room?
There's gotta be something can be done.
It's locked, all right. If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get...
Goodbye, Mr. Watts. Good evening.
Wow, you look like...
Yes.
Been there, seen that.
What's going on around here?
You must be new here. Have you not...
You make it sound like it's a fairy.
People will always believe in monsters.
Who is this
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer.
Has anybody entered the bar?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the...
This is important, sir.
I don't know and I don't care. This is...
I'll leave you.
Evening, sir. Can I help?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've...
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar. The Turquoise Turtle.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe...
You don't seem to have much business.
Most people are sleeping right now.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer.
Are the authorities doing...
Nothing. There are so many quarantines open.
The murders?
Bodies found in the streets every morning.
The sewer dog? What?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now...
The truth?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom...
I'm just the barmaid here, okay?
I can feel your fear, madam.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he...
Why are you...
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and...
What happened?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my...
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that...
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one...
I see.
Welcome back.
I can't say I have.
Hey, I told you, you would...
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to...
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer and that...
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his...
How was he tonight?
Sicker than usual, perhaps.
Is he dead?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all but...
I need to find...
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he...
Please describe...
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard.
Thank you, Tom.
I think I'm losing my mind.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort... This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is... There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge. These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Over there!
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again. It's locked. I cannot enter.
Over there!
It's locked, all right.
Crush the leech, boys! Send you back to the bloody grind! No!
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
We won't see any of these.
I said stay away, sir! Over there! That's this nest of them cleaned out.
I like their screams when you burn them alive.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman. Last warning, sir.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Over there! There's one of them burning! Christ, it's devil! No! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
I cannot enter. This is despicable. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy. It's locked, all right. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Please, let go of me. Oh my God, William. I can't stand it anymore.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Go. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. You'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with a good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stone, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed. A surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
I cannot enter.
Come on, you bastard! You can do it now! It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
To get me a good phone. Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Did I black out? What? What happened?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The fate.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rock of...
Dr. Tippett's, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor...
He was also very confident about your future.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
This hospital is not exactly the best of...
It's more than enough. In any case...
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the staff?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during...
Tell me more about...
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most...
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn...
Any opinion of...
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility...
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good admin...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. It's locked.
Doesn't like burning, does it? Let's see how it likes a bit of fire. Did you hear me?
Best turn around if I were you.
This... is an impressive knife. There's a name engraved on the metal. Clay. What kind of man puts his name on a knife? Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new...
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
Did he really? It's a good thing...
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea...
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised.
You must know, blood transfusions are
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible...
An invisible enemy?
Sorry, Doctor. These last few...
Do you think this hospital...
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hope...
I'm not familiar with all the...
Brilliant professionals. Most of them. Doctors...
Most of them? Is there a...
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a...
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated...
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something...
No. I may
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have...
Dr. Tippett does not think of you.
If you're suggesting he's not taking my...
Goodbye, nurse.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide...
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers...
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse.
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke.
I would like to ask... What kind of...
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have...
Apologies, I've only just met him the once.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compact...
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows...
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator...
And Mr. Hampton, the patient.
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep.
If you could point me in the direction...
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last...
Thank you. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you.
That's quite a bluff.
You can call me Milton.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical...
You have a keen eye. I learned to...
No need to explain, Dr. Reed.
So what do you do exactly?
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick...
It sounds like...
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing.
You left an infected patient?
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster.
How is this...
You want to hear the situation is all right?
Are you really smuggling weapons?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling...
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Good evening.
Dr. Reed, any...
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran.
No. We must keep on healing or...
Nurse Brannigan.
She should not have
You don't have to blame her.
I'm not that kind of man,
Goodbye, Doctor.
This is no time
Another
for
night with the glorious
It is the last thing our patients need.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Goodbye. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my... Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal?
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that?
Well, Dr. Reed.
I'm assuming you must be a pet.
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies.
The staff here are not your enemy.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking...
I see.
Thank you, mortal.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure.
And why do you believe?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I...
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it?
I can hear my body...
I see.
Never. Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft?
Is that not enough for you? Phew.
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange...
I'll leave you, Miss...
It's here again.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And I'm...
Well, is it?
How would you describe this?
It's serious.
You must...
Sorry.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu...
I wish I could believe you.
How long have...
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is
You'd be surprised what did...
Sorry, Doc.
How is the Pembroke...
Not well.
Why is Milton grumpy?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad...
Why does Milton dislike...
I don't know. Just ask it.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye.
The daily routine.
Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here to fix my face.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken...
You guessed right, Doctor.
How is your step?
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I ask you precisely?
It's the pain, sir.
Who is...
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or...
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Soldier.
I'm fine. Just do...
Where were you...
I really don't...
No offense. I was pushed...
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware...
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time...
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you.
She's quite harmless, I can assure.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called...
In her madness, she never refers to my scars.
So do you let her bite you?
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood.
She could decide to bite less.
Then it's another good
Goodbye for now.
Hear disgust on every street corner.
So many deaths.
Daily routine.
And what of my own life?
We may lack the resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in the universe.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
How Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sorry, I must have...
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little...
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief.
Do you know Tom Watts? The bartender?
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped.
People are still in...
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare.
Who should I avoid in this part of town?
Not really. Most men and women are just...
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about...
You dared to enter this awful place alone?
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop...
Why did...
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know what...
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been tough.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who...
Has the gang...
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for...
How do you feel?
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William...
You're in good hands here.
Thank you, sir. I believe...
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hammond?
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the...
Are you a priest, Mr. Hammond?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach...
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop?
That's a very strange question, Doctor.
Have you made friends since you...
Not really. But I reckon not...
You never came to see her here at Pembroke?
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Ham.
Damn. The pain. There again.
Good evening, Miss Howe.
I need blood, Doctor.
Do you require my...
I have no need.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel... Would you say you and Miss...
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he...
Do you plan to make...
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on...
I'll leave you.
Daily routine.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need med...
I'm fine.
Goodbye, nurse. It's locked.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick.
What do you think?
I have had the uttermost reservations about the...
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed...
What can you tell me about...
Not much to say.
May I ask if you...
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their...
Are you really that rich?
Yes. thanks to my husband. May he...
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital.
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start.
What do you mean? She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick.
I don't expect...
Do you require...
I have a...
Tell me
The
what... Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
Really? What?
I don't want to talk,
I suppose that this pain is the reason.
Yes.
Could you at least tell...
Mortimer.
How painful?
So painful, I'd rather...
I'm sure...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe. I'm so
Why did your mother have you hospitalized?
My mother just wants the best for me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave your...
That's tempting, Doctor.
Pembroke
It's not me you have to
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is...
And you have my
Tell me about you.
I don't want to talk.
How...
So...
Good
evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Mrs. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed.
I see. Would you...
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I...
Tell me about...
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed.
I was more curious about what...
I'm a carpenter. And a good one, too.
Are you
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time.
I won't lie to you about it.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed?
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now... Tell me about the doctors who are...
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and...
Goodbye for now.
You always knew the words to cut.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Is there anything...
I'm all right.
Good...
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I'm never good at this, am I?
Damn. Here again.
Not now.
It's locked. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water. The flower's dying. It needs water. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?